Love yourself and be mindful of your thoughts.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. So what is the point of numbers? The point of numbers are to remind you of your inner self, to remind you of why you came to this earth in the first place, to help you find your purpose in life. So is astrology, but we talking about numbers today. So, what are numbers? Symbols, different vibrations, different energies, so you can be aware of self, a reminding and finding tool. You have a whole chart, not just one number. You also have astrology, astronomy, genetics, your environment, your sex, your gender, your roots, your culture, your appearance, and your personal life experience that make up the whole you. So don't get lost in one number. Don't get lost in your life path because you got a destiny number, personality number, soul urge number, this number, that number. You have astrology, astronomy, everything. Y'all know. So we got all that, right? So don't just get stuck on one aspect. It's just one aspect of the whole you. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give a little quick disclaimer. So when you studying and researching and gathering your information, don't get stuck on one aspect of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at your life path and be like, oh, and then you just follow your life path everywhere. And you just ignore your destiny and your soul urge number and your personality number, and you ignore your astrology chart. And you can do that if you want to, but I'm just saying, don't get lost like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just one aspect of the whole you. Peace out. Number 7. Number 7. The mysterious. Neptune energy, Pisces energy, full moon energy, masculine energy, introvert energy, positive, intelligent, sensitive, intuitive, great researcher, meditative, magical, doesn't mind being alone, teaching, learning, wise, tuned in. Negatives, sarcastic, cold, too reserved, hides motives, not open to others' opinions, rather listen to their own, and also rather tell their own. Too sacrificial, extremely rebellious. As a number 7, you should learn things your way, but you should also learn from others. You should teach because you are very wise, but you should also allow yourself to be taught. But I get it, because as a number 7, you probably don't agree with this system, and you like to follow your intuition because you're very intuitive and you have faith in yourself and the universe. But still, learn to learn and be taught. Also, as a number 7, you probably don't like to do things out of motivation, like out of a motivation coming from like recognition or material gain. You like to create just to create, or you like to create for a spiritual reason or a spiritual purpose, or because it's satisfying or because it's fulfilling, not for material gain or for recognition. Good careers and jobs for number 7 people are judiciary and legal systems, surgeons, butchers, carpenters, teachers, humanitarian positions in the community such as clergy, scientists, naturalists, philosophers, also metaphysics and inventing things, because number 7 people are very innovative. So you may be an inventor, so you may bring something to the world that's not people not consciously aware of yet. And I ain't mean to say legal systems, I meant to say judiciary and legal practices. A Okay, now I'm going to read from this book right here. Just for a little enlightenment and a little awareness. And my bad, this book, this is the one I want to read from first. So just pause it if you need to get a snapshot or, screenshot. This number, these people gain maximum experience from life's lessons, both through personal sacrifice of learning and through teaching or sharing. The unique aspect of this number is its almost limitless capacity for learning through personal involvement. Enlightenment acquired in such a manner invariably qualifies 7 people to capably share their experiences, making them excellent teachers. And the practical realizations of their experiences equips them with a profound and abiding philosophy of life. These people are found among the most active in life. Though not always conscious of it, their driving force is the profound need for personal experience. And these experiences may become the most memorable when they imply some form of personal sacrifice. This is the path of the 7 persons, many of whom appear to suffer rather sad lives, especially when they do not learn from their early experiences, and repetitions induce harsher sacrifices. So when you don't learn from your experiences, you're going to keep getting, things going to keep coming your way to get you to learn from your experiences until you learn from that experience, whatever it is. And in your case, as a 7, a lot of your things and lessons of life come with sacrifice. So when you ignore your lessons in life, you continuously create more sacrifices that's cause to weigh you down and make you feel heavy even more. And you don't want that. You wanna limit those sacrifices so you can feel lighter. However, from the loss of health, love, and or money, they acquire a deep philosophical understanding that ultimately assists them in avoiding such harsh lessons as their conscious awareness develops. And you can also get your health, you can always get your health back in good shape. You can always love yourself if nobody else don't love you. You love yourself first anyway. And you can always get the money back. So if you got to sacrifice that to get to where you going, which is to a high place, spiritual growth and awareness and development and transformation and growth, that's a good trade-off. Their compulsion for personal experience, to the extent of often rejecting guidance, can cause 7s to become extremely rebellious. In refusing to accept advice, they tend to adopt the attitude that they like to teach, but they do not like to be taught. This can bring much sadness into their lives when they fail to learn from the experience of others. Other people as well, not just your own experience, but other people's experiences as well. Yet, they often seek to have people follow their advice and become annoyed if they get the same advice as they give others. Now, if you have any children that are number 7s, I think this is important, especially if they a life path 7, a destiny 7, or soul urge 7. Parents should take special note of this characteristic and allow for their 7 children to learn at their own natural pace. All too often, parents regard their children's progress at school as some sort of prestige race, acting as though they were more concerned with the family name than with their child's welfare or education. Experience confirms that ruling 7 children learn rapidly until around age 7, at which They need time to stabilize. For the following 7 years, their learning rate is noticeably slower. But from age 14, their academic rate will increase with appropriate self-discipline. Rarely do ruling 7 children emerge as brilliant scholars, which makes sense because as a 7 person, you probably don't care to be a scholar anyway, because you are wise from a higher source. So what the book is saying is that if you have a child that's a 7, they learn a lot and they learn really fast from birth till they turn 7 years old. And then when they turn 7 years old, it slows down because they need time to process all that information and knowledge and wisdom that they just gained so fast and so much of. So from 7 to 14, that's what they doing. They processing all that information and knowledge and wisdom. So to the outside world, it may look like the child is slow, but the child is very wise. And the child is in tune. So academic knowledge is not something that they really interested in. So what I'm saying, they more interested in a higher knowledge rather than academic knowledge, or when you get to college and you get degrees and you start getting titles and labels. They're not really interested in that. They interested in a higher source of knowledge. But as we need that, we need math, learning, and reading the basics. And so that's just something I think it's important for people to know who have number 7 children, if you're watching this video. Ruling 7s need to learn through personal experience, but dislike external discipline. They don't like people telling them what to do, or how to do it, or they don't like other people's advices or opinions. They are assertive, philosophical, and humanitarian. Their lives incur in a usually high level of sacrifice. Now I'm going to read from here. The number 7 represents 2 ideas that are linked. And the first is the need for rest, relaxation, and time off to think things through, and time to allow thoughts to drift aimlessly. They need time to process, and they need time to imagine and use their imagination. After a while, the thoughts take shape and something useful will emerge. The second idea is that of spiritual significance, and this encompasses the kind of reflection, analysis, and inward journey that leads to enlightenment of both a practical and spiritual nature. In essence, this is a meditative number. Guard against a tendency to let opportunities pass you by. You must avoid sitting back and allowing others to make progress at your expense or to take what should rightfully be yours. You prefer thinking then acting, and you tend to sit back and observe the world and what's going on around you. You may become a philosopher, a mystic, a researcher, or an artist. You are wise, but you may not cash in on your talents and wisdom or achieve much in practical terms. You need to develop your artistic or spiritual talents and also find practical life partners and business partners, which makes sense because, like I was saying earlier, y'all don't care about all this physical stuff, recognition, and all the attention and all the material gain. You more focused on being whole and trying to figure out how to evolve as a spirit rather than as a human. But we still here on earth, so you still got to do what you got to do to maintain and live and pay your bills and all that practical stuff we do, right? But as you can see, you are very wise and you got the talents. You could achieve that stuff if you want to. And you also need to find practical life partners and business partners to help motivate you and to remind you that even though you're on a spiritual journey, or even if you're not on a spiritual journey, you still searching for something within yourself. They can keep you grounded and let you know that, hey, it's okay to still want material things and still desire material things, you know what I'm saying? And achieve material success as well. Good imagination and into spirituality. You have powerful intuition, sensitivity, and a mediumistic nature, which can lead you into religion or spiritual matters. You are probably artistic and creative, but you are not interested in hard work unless it is for a creative or spiritual purpose, which can gain you a lot of success. It probably won't gain you no success in the way that the the general world mass see it, but to you it'll be success. But like I said, as a 7, you don't see success as the way the world see it anyway. So they can also be another reason you don't like to take opinions from other people, because people can be shallow and too materialistic and too involved into the earth instead of in their inside, their soul, their spirit, their emotions, and their thoughts. And that's you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you be on. That's what you focus on. So that's all I got to say. I understand. I know how you feel. I'm not a 7, but I know how you feel. Peace out.